Kane, it's 1-0. We're fucking down. 13th in the championship. The takeover happened as I said it would. People will be. Oh, when have we got Leeds? Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe football show. And just like magic, I've come live. I was going to go live earlier, and then I was saying, there's no comments in the chat. What's going on? Has everyone left me already? And then I checked YouTube, and Connor was Premier. So I was like, that's where everyone is. Right, okay, there we go. With the OG, the OG solo Leeds content creator. Big up to Connor, by the way. I've just been watching his video as I was waiting. Get down, boys. I know you're excited because Connor was on as well, but chill out, yeah? Get down. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course hit that notification bell. Big up to my man Jer, who says, morning mate, coffee in hand, I'm ready to go. I've got my boost light on the go because today's a good day. Leeds United are back, man. Leeds United are playing Man United. We love it. We love to see it. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. I'm giddy. When it's match day, I'm giddy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we move, don't we? Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit that notification bell. Trust me when I say we have got absolutely loads to get through. Don't worry yet. We'll worry towards the end. Let's get through the news, and then we can dissect it, and we can give our thoughts to one another. But yeah, I mean, like Lee Baird says, have we even got 11 players? Have we even got 11 players at the football club? I don't know. It's not looking good right now, is it? It's not looking good, bruv. You know what I mean? Yeah. We move. Right, okay. Get a like on that video. And listen, I just want to say, before we go any further, since I've announced to people that I left my part-time job and I'm going to try and do this, you know, full-time in a sense, I've had so much support. Like, so much support. You would not believe. Even just with, like, little super thanks or super chats or messages, just everything, yeah? It's been amazing. So thank you so much for all your continued support. It means an awful lot, trust me. And today's going to be jam-packed. Like I say, we're going to do this video. This could be long because I mean it when I say there's loads of news today. And I can give you my opinion on it. And then obviously the game kicks off at 4 p.m. UK time. So probably live 3:15, having a look at the lineup, having a chat, having a chinwag, having a catch up, and then we'll get into the game, of course. And I think Man United, just a heads up, I think the likes of Mount have gone, maybe Varane, a few others, but there's quite a lot of youngsters in there as well. Much like Leeds United, do you know what I mean? No, if you're a Leeds Plus member, you won't be able to watch it. You have to buy it. You have to buy the game. $8.99, I think. $8.99 is what it is. Normally, yeah, I'm doing a watch along. I was setting it up there. I'll get it set up for folks. They make you pay it. Look, we've got another pre-season as well. We've got another pre-season game just announced. If you've missed that, folks, if you haven't been on social media, there's a new pre-season game. We're going to be playing Nottingham Forest on the 27th of July, so like the week before. That's going to be at Burton Stadium. I'm not sure why none of the... Are any of the games at Ellen Road? I don't think they are they? I don't know if they're doing stuff at the ground, maybe. I don't know. I don't think they are. But I'll just... I'm surprised they've not done a package like with the pre-season games now. I've also been told again, again, is it ITK? I'm not too sure, but I was told that on the weekend, on Saturday, I believe there's a behind closed doors friendly between Leeds and Barnsley. Someone I know knows someone who's close to the referee that's going to be reffing it, but that's on the hush hush. All right, but I think we play a bit, and that's positive, right? Because we have been worried about the amounts of games we're playing. If indeed we do play behind closed doors friendly on Saturday, then there's that, there's Monaco, there's Hearts, and now there's Nottingham Forest as well, right? So Nottingham Forest will play I'll just share that with you there. Look, that's been announced there. So Whites to face Forest at the Pirelli Stadium. That's going to take place on Thursday, the 27th of July. Yo, Luke, I've seen it, man. Exclusive. And I told you, done deal. And I'm like, I know you. And I know you ain't that guy. So what's going on here? So it's funny. Yeah, I'll sort that out for you, Nathan. So these are the fixtures we've got. Obviously, Manchester United. Then in 10 days, we play Monaco and York. Then we play Forest in Burton. Then we go up to Edinburgh the week before the season starts. Big up to Locks. Listen, Locks, I didn't want to tell you this. I've been giving you a lot of love. Not you per se. I'm never going to love you. It is what it is. But I'm starting to come around to the idea that Leicester might dick the league, bro. So, yeah, listen, unlike you, I can admit it. I'm looking at Leeds United in a minute. I'm seeing Gus Hamer might be on his way to Burnley. I'm seeing Ryan Manning going to Southampton. I'm seeing players linked that I'm not really a fan of, and I'm thinking, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. But we'll wait and see, isn't it? You know, we'll wait and see. And listen, if we get beaten all these friendlies, don't read too much into it, because religiously, regularly, Marcelo Bielsa's pre-seasons were absolutely gash. And guess what? We were amazing whenever we played under him. You know what I mean? So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see, isn't it? We'll wait and see. Phil Hayes just tweeted, or he's just tweeted that Nottingham Forest thing. So yeah, Locks. This is the difference between me and you, brother. When I am wrong, I hold my hands up. When I have a change of opinion, I hold my hands up. You double down. You double down. And that's the difference between me and you. You know, Locks has convinced himself, without actually seeing Harry Winks play in a Leicester City shirt, that he's the best midfielder at their football club. And I'm like, bro, slow down. You've not even seen him play. You got beat by Peterborough, and he had a good game, apparently, but he got beat. And then it's like, yo, he's better than anyone we've got. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not better than Keenan Dewsbury Hall. I mean, they're different profiles, but we'll see anyway. But yeah, it's the Championship. He'll probably do well. Cody will play well in the back three. I mean, yeah, we'll see, innit? We'll see. But that's the difference between me and you. What's the difference between me and you? Me and you. Who sings that? Is that an Eminem track? No, it's not, is it? What's the difference between me and you? Me and you. I think it's Dre. I think it might be Dre. Yeah. I think it might. What's the difference between me and you? Me and you. Someone let me know in the chat. They know. They know. Nathan said, I'd rather bait than Winks. I don't even think Bates is Bates. I don't even think Bates gone, has he? I think he's heading out for a loan potentially, because I don't think he's gone. Yeah, I've told you this. I've offered. Do you know what you're like? Yeah, it is Dre. Big up to those that know. Yeah. What's the difference between me and you? Me and you. Listen, you know, like you hear all this boxing chat, like, and I have to I've offered you time and time again, and you bottle it. You are Arsenal. Andy Whittingham says, love the channel, Joe. Good luck for the future as you're going full time. Need signings through the door to bolster the defense and to bolster my content. 100%. Leeds United View says, Bates been in pre-season, expected to go on loan, but you never know. Exactly. The fact that he hasn't gone to pre-season, that's a bit of an indictment for me. There was chat from Poppy that Leo Hjelde hadn't gone, but Leo Hjelde has come on. Locke says, bro, come on. You asked me to come on at 11 p.m. I'll come on anytime at a reasonable time, like this time of day. We will sort it out then, bro, for sure. I do want to do sort of like a regular thing with maybe yourself and a Southampton fan. I know a few. And just chat about that. Tomorrow night as well, folks, I'm excited to bring you a new podcast that will be premiering on the Just Joe Football Show, 7 p.m. I'm unsure of the name yet. I think maybe God Country, something like that. But it's going to be myself and the rest of the Yorkshire teams. We're going to try and make it a weekly thing during the season. We'll find a slot for it, but we're just going to have a catch up. So there's myself, just to give a shout out of all the lads that are involved. Actually, let me just let you know. So we have got on the podcast from tomorrow. How do I check all the names in my group on Twitter? I can't. Right, so we've got Annie Takes That Chance, which is a Huddersfield Town podcast. We have New York Talk, which is a Rotherham podcast. We have the Wednesday Week, which is a Chef Wednesday podcast, and we have To Hull and Back, which is a Hull podcast, and then me. Yeah, and then me, the Leeds United boy. So maybe God's Own Country, something like that. But 7 p.m. tomorrow, it's gonna start. So I'm looking forward to bringing them together and having just a chat with Yorkshire folk. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna be funny for viewers that maybe aren't from Yorkshire. Like obviously my accents took a bit of a mad twinge now. I have a little bit of Northeast in there. I am very. Is it bad? No, but I do fluctuate. So like if I went and lived down south for a period of time, I'd be going, all right, bruv. You know what I mean? I'm just one of them guys. Like when I go abroad, I'm that guy that goes, please, may I have drink? Yes, drink. I'm that guy. And people go, why are you talking like that? If you look at the first time I had Andrea on, I was throwing my accent. But I don't need to do that because Andrea is very, very good. But I'm that guy, right? But in terms of the different shades of a Yorkshire accent, like you're going to have the South Yorkshire accent's a lot stronger. It's a shame Barnsley ain't come up because genuinely even I would need subtitles for a Barnsley fan. And a lot of you would, you know what I mean? Is that looking at? Is that looking at? Is they coming to watch that football? That's the Barnsley. They're right there. Yeah, they know it. Yeah, smash the like as Carl Berry. Carl Berry says, please, brother. Yeah, Chronic Omar. You know about that guy. What an album that is, by the way. Unbelievable album. Right, okay, so let's get stuck into the news then, yeah? Let's get stuck into the news. Yeah, Mr. Dodo, this is the thing. I don't know why it is. I don't know why I throw my accent like that. I don't know why, but I always have. You know? So, yeah. JC says, I'm from North London, originally lived in Yorkshire for 8 years, so I have the all right, bruv, with a Yorkshire twang. Yeah. Hey up, mate. All right, bruv. Do you know what I mean? That ring, ding, dong. Ring, a ding, 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 dong. Let's go. Yeah. Right, come on now.
Let me talk to you.
Let's talk about today's news.
Let me talk to you.
It is, of course, first and foremost, we'll start with this. Rasmus Christensen has finally bid adieu. It went very, very quiet, didn't it? It went very, very quiet on the Rasmus Christensen stuff. And now he's leaving us. Now he's leaving us. It's not got the Roma holding the shirt seal of approval yet, but we've had Here We Go from Fabrizio Romano. And I just want to say, just on this stuff as well, you know, if you remember when we first came to the Premier League, a lot of people gave Fabrizio a lot of stick. And then now we have our journalists saying, as per Fabrizio. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, listen, we know why, though. Fabrizio's Italian. He gets that information leaked. It wouldn't surprise me if Rasmus has given it the sign and then gone, there you go, Fab. Break it, brother. Break it. You know what I mean? But let's get back to the news.
Let me talk to you.
So, Rasmus Christensen to join Roma on loan from Leeds United. Rasmus Christensen will join them. He joined the club on a 5-year contract. What was Victor Orta smoking? This is arguably, for me, one of the worst right-backs I've seen at the football club, especially when you consider we were Premier League. People used to try and spin it. But this guy cannot play football, in my opinion. He cannot play football. So the Championship would have suited him, for me. But it is what it is. So Rasmus Christensen, look, Danish international. Again, yeah, I'm doing a watch-along of the friendly. So please do. And if you are just dropping in and out, make sure you smash a like. RM says he wasn't that bad. I beg to differ. He couldn't, and I agree with Ethan. He can't defend or he can't attack. I don't know what he is. I tell you what he's good at. Shall I tell you what he is good at? He's good at doing this. Yeah. He's good at celebrating moments, yeah?
Yeah.
He's good at doing that. That's what Jesse was all about. Celebrating moments. And that's what he was good at. We'd be 3-0 down, he'd make a good tackle, he'd go, yeah. Is what it is. Very Pontus Jansson-esque, but Pontus Jansson was streets ahead of him, by the way. Okay, so back to the article. He made 30 appearances in all competitions in his first season in English football as Leeds were relegated from the Premier League on the final day. He's set to become the latest to secure a move from the club this summer. Robin Koch's gone, Rocker's gone, Tyler Roberts has gone, Diego Llorente. Oh, no, hang on. Yeah, Tyler Roberts. I thought I'd said Tyler Adams there in my mind. No, Tyler Roberts has gone. Llorente has gone. Weston McKennie returned to Juventus. And also, this is going to move us on nicely. And I'm quite sad about this. I am really quite sad about this, that Rodrigo is also set to move to Qatari side Al Rayyan for a fee in the region of around about 3 million. I think it's 2.5, between 2.5 and 3. Between 2.5 and 3. So let's have a look at that. I am sad. I am sad about Rodrigo Moreno. I can't lie to you because, listen, you know, those that have watched me regularly know I was not his biggest fan. Yeah? You know I was not his biggest fan. I don't think it ever worked under Bielsa. This is the one plus point to Jesse Marsh. But also it became his worst plus point. Because let's not forget, and all them fans, right, you know you are, look at yourself in the mirror now and say to you, right, oh, my guy Demar, I see you now, my broski, I see you. Okay, so what I'm gonna say, those that and I'm gonna go for it, but I want you to look in the mirror now, right? Okay, those that believed what Jesse did when bringing Rodrigo Moreno on in an FA Cup tie with 20 minutes left to play, when we were 3-0 up against a League One side, to bring him on and ultimately injure him. Okay? So everything Jesse did in terms of making him too decent and getting him scoring goals was taken away because he missed 2 months. Now, Rodrigo in our side for 2 months, who knows what might have happened. So for that, there's only one man I can blame. And of course, I'm always going to blame him because I don't like him. It is, of course, Jesse Marsh. So thank you for that. It's just not good. I can't lie to you. Pissed. But look, just on Rodrigo himself, you know, he has moved to Qatar. Listen, go get that money, mate. Go get that money in the bank. Get that money in the bank like Kane. If anyone could tell me what that lyric's from, let me know. I got the money in the bank like Kane. He doesn't actually sound like that, of course. Big up to Sean Healy, who says, best of luck on going full-time on YouTube. Love your content. And I love you as well, brother. So thank you so much for that. I dropped you a follow, actually, on FaceB, I believe. But thank you so much, mate. You're always contributing. Even though we don't agree, much like Jamie Dixon, it's nice to have a counter-narrative because it makes me think twice. And I'll go, you know what, Sean's saying, right, oh, this person, that person. So thank you so much for all the love and support, my guy. Jesse is a pleb, full stop. Agreed. You'll never hear me say otherwise. So Leeds United forward Rodrigo is set to undergo a medical before moving to Al Rayyan. Leeds will receive 3 million for Rodrigo services, who only had 12 months left on his contract. Let's not forget we paid 27 million for him. Okay, record signing. Yeah, and our director of football at the time, one Victor Orta, again another clown. Yeah. Another clown, put in a release clause of 3 million. This is a Spanish international, not the one that Angus told us when he were in the side, the one that actually got himself back into the side. So as of now, he's a Spanish international, and we're selling him for 3 million. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. But this is the clowns that were running the football club, yeah, or allowed to run the football club by the madcap Italian. So look, in total, Rodrigo for me I will have fond memories of him. He made 97 appearances for the club, scoring 28 goals and providing 5 assists. That 5 assists is pretty poor, isn't it? But 28 goals, a lot of them coming obviously in his last season. I'm just going to share his statistics. You can see there, look, there's the season under Bielsa, 26 time on his 9 goal involvements, 7 goal involvements, but last season, as I say, 14. And he also had 2 months out during that time. So, you know, had he not had that 2 months out, who'd know what that goal involvements might have looked like. In 2 months, you can guarantee he could have, you know, at least got 4, maybe 4. Do you reckon? Maybe so. I think so. But instead we played him. Oh, anyway, it's done. Jesse's gone. Let it go, Joe. Let it go. I wish I could, but I can't because he ruined the football club, in my opinion. But look, one thing I will say, Rodrigo, 100 grand a week. A lot of money that the club are saving. Yes, we'll have had the wage reduction. I hear it, but still, like, that's still a lot of money. Yeah, still a lot of money. So you're getting 3 million, which is not good. But we do get his wages back, and that's a lot of money. I was been speaking to my friend earlier on, Danny Burke. Big up to you, brother. Hopefully we'll see him soon on the channel. He's very knowledgeable. But anyway, big up to him. And he was saying, and I think we were probably along these lines, he thinks that the club are waiting to clear the decks before they bring any incomings in. That's frustrating for us as fans, but I think they're just trying to find out who's going to be here and what they'll need to do. But it's clear that it needs surgery because we've now lost Rodrigo. So, you know, who's up front? I still see Perkins Joseph in the Rutter mould. I don't see them as being that archetypal number 9. Just my opinion. I might be wrong. We've got Joffrey, but again, he's not that number 9. We need to start making moves. So now Rodrigo's gone. They know they need a striker. You know, are they waiting on Firpo? We're going to chat about Firpo and the club that he might be going to. Less said about that, the better. But we're here to bring you the news. So we've got to do it. Stu Palmer says, love all your content. Joe, long may it continue. Big up to you, Stu. I think you followed me on Facebook the other day as well. Big up, brother. I do get. Oh, hang on, I'm getting a knock at the door. Spare me 1 minute. I'm working at the minute. I'm sorry. I've got Virgin. Just the broadband, and then I've got Sky Glass. The broadband's about 30 odd because I've got the high speed one. I'm not sure. It depends because I've got the package, but I can switch it off and on because I've only paid for the TV. Do you know what I mean? With the Sky Glass, so yeah, I'm all good. Yes, perfect, man. It's all wired and stuff, so it's all good. Yes. Right. No worries. Perfect. Thank you very much. Yo, and try to sell me broadband. I was like, let me go. Let me go. I don't know if you could hear that, but they try to like sell me broadband and that BTs. I'm like, yo. Oh, did you hear it? Did you hear it? Yeah, it was one of them. They're telling me everything. I was like, look, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm good. I'm good. Want me to find? Yeah. Yeah, weird War Piglet. It's happening, bro. It's happening. Right, okay. You heard the lot. Did you hear the lot? Oh, sorry. Oh, God. Joe folk try to raid Joe's asset, yeah. That was nice, though, wasn't it? Yeah, exactly. The dogs were trying to get out and all sorts, but we moved. Right. No. TV license. What's that, Mr. Dodo? Listen, mate, they come for you. So Rodrigo's leaving. Rasmus Christensen is leaving. Okay, he's going to be exiting the club. Now, while we're on the topic of incomings, obviously this broke yesterday. It was brought by Football Insider, but it seems that all the is that what I said? It was have the lot, man. Always all right. Right, okay. So this has been picked up by a lot of sources now, so it seems like it might have a little bit of legs, if I'm being totally honest. And this is, of course, the links to oh man, I hate it. Why is it giving me all this? Daily Mail, yeah. Daily Mail, you cannot use without the ad block with the ad blockers. They're putting, like it's like, and it's my daughter's birthday soon, so I've been on JD. goals, and honestly, like, look, this is what they're showing me, right? Like, it's mad. And, yeah, it's like it does my head in, man. It's so bad. And then they put videos on so then you can hear them, so I need to pause them. Daily Mail is the worst. Right, okay, I'm sure you can hear that. Alessa Russo, maybe it's Andreas. Alisa Russo on Football Memories. Let me just pause it. Now we've got Wayne Rooney talking about Leo Messi coming to America. Coming to America. Right, okay, I'm gonna be able to share it now. We've just got another super chat in. Laura Davies says, "Great content, keeps me busy in between work meetings. Keep up the good work. Roll on the season." Thank you very much, Laura, and I hope you have a fantastic day at work. Okay, thank you for all your continued support, folks. Right, let's get back to this article then. So, Leeds in talks with Brentford technical director Lee Dykes. We touched on him just briefly last night, and apparently he's going to be coming the new, or wanting, Leeds United want him to become the new sporting director after Victor Orta's departure. The guy comes with a lot of credibility. He was considered by Tottenham, Man United, other clubs, but obviously wasn't going to get that top job. We spoke with Lockie yesterday. Big up Lockie. Make sure you follow his channel. And he was making that point of he wants to make that step out now, you know, a little bit like Kieran Scott did under Stuart Webber at Norwich, and he's now at Middlesbrough, and they're doing bits. They've brought in Carrick, and they're making decent signings as well. So maybe Lee Dykes is wanting that project. So it does say that Leeds United are in talks with him about becoming their new sporting director. 39. He's also been considered by Tottenham in the past. He'll take up the same position. Shut up, Wayne. Gracia also left the club. Hang on, yeah. So they're on about Orta there. We've been in talks with him about him coming. I think he'll see it as an exciting project. Let's be real here. He's been with Brentford now for 4 years, joining from Bury in the summer of 2019 to head up the recruitment department before becoming technical director. He was also the sporting director at Bury when the Greater Manchester club won promotion from Sky Bet League 2. So he's got a decent resume. He's been at Carlisle, where he was assistant manager and head of first team recruitment as well. So it's an exciting prospect. And I can't lie, anybody that has links, for me as a fan, anyone who works behind the scenes at Brighton, at Brentford, you're taking them. I don't care what you say. And I mean this with all due respect. And they might look at me now if they're watching this and go, what is this guy talking about? Not that we either divine right, but Brighton and Brentford, they're not Premier League clubs for me. Like in terms of historically and all that sort of stuff, right? But the way they run's fantastic. And they now are established Premier League clubs. I mean, Brighton have got Europe, for God's sake. But what I'm saying is, in terms of what they've done because of the structure behind the scenes, if you can get anyone from that same structure, I'm taking them. And you know, I was okay with Stuart Webber because I also think he's done decent things at Norwich, and the infrastructure he's built behind the scenes has also helped them. Yeah, it's gone sour towards the end. That's fine. Of course, I would prefer anybody linked to Brighton or Brentford to come into this football club and sort it out because, as I have said for months now, this club is run like League One behind the scenes. Now, I do believe that is going to change. It's taking longer than I would have anticipated, but we're still under the tutelage, the guidance, the claws of Andrea Radrizzani at the minute, aren't we? Like Ollie says, do you know what? I'll never forget this. And I don't know, it'd be interesting to see if he's at the football club when these signings were made. But I'll never forget. And it was fantastic. And I'm going to try find it. Yeah. I'm going to try find it. Wait there. What's it called? Second tier pod, right? Now, I'm just going to search on theirs because they once ran a thread, yeah, that showed all of the deals that Brentford had done. And this was when they were still in the Championship at the time. And I can't find it. I will find it for a later pod, but genuinely, like the deals they've done, the Ollie Watkins, the Greys, all these players that had come through the club that they bought for nothing and sold for top markup price. Like, let's be honest, I believe when he comes back and Ivan Toney continues to smash the goals in, he will also get a big money move. So we'll see. Let's have a look. I'm just catching up on all the news. Okay, so yeah. Right, okay. So let's move on. Let's move on. Now, of course, we spoke yesterday about Everton and their potential links to Willie Gnonto. Joe Donoghue did a piece earlier on. We'll have a chat about that piece. It's clear Everton are interested in him. Whether the feeling is mutual, whether it's reciprocated, maybe not. But Joe Donoghue says Gnonto's absence is unrelated to links originating in Italy this week, which has suggested he will join Everton in a £22 million transfer. Now, we know the links came from a credible source, okay? However, the YEP understands Leeds are yet to receive a bid from Everton, but their resolve to keep Gnonto will be tested this summer, whether by the Toffees or by another top-flight club in Europe. Bids are going to come. He is going to leave for me. Okay. Following his participation with Italy's senior side during the Nations League and then also the under-21s, Gnonto has been granted additional leave by Leeds in order to rest and recuperate ahead of pre-season training. A lot of them have returned. We know the ones that haven't returned are Meslier, are Somerville, are Gnonto and Rodrigo. Rodrigo's now left, right? 3. Meslier is going to leave. He's clear he don't want to be at the football club. I think his agent was expecting more offers. I, as a fan, was expecting more offers from Meslier. But I think Gnonto and Somerville are also going to exit the football club. Apparently, there's an offer on the table for Creswell. What that means yet, I don't quite know. It could be an offer from the football club in terms of an increased contract. It could be an offer elsewhere. We'll have to wait and see. I hope they keep hold of Creswell. I do think bringing in Nat Phillips could potentially stunt his growth. Personally, I know people would disagree, but I'd rather us give Creswell the minutes, but it is what it is. So, yeah, here it's saying here, reports in Italy this week claim Gnonto was the subject of a £22 million offer from Everton. However, sources with knowledge of the Merseyside club's financial situation suggest an upfront payment for the Leeds winger is out of the question, okay, due to their issues with FFP. And I think that Leeds United, if he is going to be sold because of his contract, because of his valuation, because of his potential, they're not going to take no deal that's going to be included in add-ons and so much this year, so much next year. It's very much give us your money and then we'll talk. That's the realistic. So they do now. Leeds that changing the rhetoric potentially, of he's not going to. We anticipate approaches, but there is no release clause, which is one thing Orta did do well, and he does have a real deal till 2027. The club are in a position to drive a hard bargain with interested parties. Now, this is the main talking point, isn't it? Will we see our new owners drive that hard bargain? Because Radrazani would have folded like a deck chair, would have folded like a cheap suit and took 10 because it's an increase on what he bought him for. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not they do. Leeds could feasibly insist on a sizable cash payment to secure his services as opposed to a transfer, which is paid in installments or a loan with an option to buy, which is what we were just talking about. There are clubs interested in him. I know this from speaking to people. I believe Aston Villa is one of them. We were told in the Italian report that maybe they'd come away from it due to the Leeds United's valuation, and maybe that's why the narrative was being pushed on Everton. And look, a lot of people were unhappy with the transfer fee that was mooted for Gnonto, so they'll be happy that this bid from Everton isn't quite there. But I do think Gnonto will leave because there will be a lot of interest in him, not least from the Premier League. But also sorry, I just got confused there by a comment. But also teams in Italy, I'd imagine. But the thing is with the Serie A clubs, they ain't got no money. They just can't do deals like they once could. Do you know what I mean? So Gnonto potentially won't be going Everton. he's open to the move if that's the only deal on the page, if you like. But outside of that, we'll wait to see what other clubs come in. Jim Howson, sorry mate, I missed it earlier. I got confused when they knocked on the door. Lee Dykes grew up in Hull, so he knows Leeds. There you go. Then that's the main thing. I didn't realise is it a Yorkshireman? They are, aren't they? Like I would class Hull as Yorkshire. But that's Willie Nonto's situation. Look, I think it's going to rumble on. The fact that the transfer window closes in like the 1st of September, he's going to leave. He's not going to stay at the football club. He might be involved in the early games, but I just think by the end of the window, he will leave. He will leave. So we'll wait and see what happens there. Now, in terms of incomings, it was being reported yesterday. And again, I've done a bit of digging. I don't think it's come from any sort of credible sources, if I'm being totally honest. And that is, of course, the links to Nat Phillips. Okay. I don't mean in terms of him being linked to us. Yes, that's true. We know that's true. I'm more talking about a deal being agreed, because the Anfield Transfer Hub, which has a blue tick, so sometimes you see a blue tick. We're seeing it a lot. You see a blue tick and you're like, boom, let's go. But Anfield Transfer Hub is saying that Leeds United are set to sign Nat Phillips from Liverpool. Okay, fee will be around about 8.5 million. Now I had a look. I retweeted it before having a look, and I seen someone say source, and the source was given as this guy, Gareth Arkwright. Now, journalist, 1,000 followers. Now I know we shouldn't take that, but I even looked at this picture and I was like, that's not real. That's not real. There's something amiss with this. Tell me if I'm wrong. I know I have quite a few people that are good at but what's he took that with? Like, what is that? That's not real, is it? Please talk to me and tell me it isn't, because I'm looking at that last night and I'm going, nah, this is BS. Okay. So apparently it's come from Gareth Arkwright. I mean, that could be. I mean, even that. I look at that and think that's just been put in. That's just been put in. So I'm not sure. I know Klopp's face. It's not real. No, John Henry says it's real. It's not real, man. That's not a real photo, brother. That's not a real photo. So that's where the source was. And yeah, so I'm not too sure. Yes, Aiden, big up to my Halifax brother. Aiden, big up to you, man. Be a good signing for you, that lad, if it does happen. Yes, it would. I believe it would. Hope you will. I am, mate. I am. But yeah, nah, that's not the one. That's not the one for me. So listen, it could happen. It could happen. I think there are legs to it, because we know that there are legs to it, because we know Phil here reported it and said Leeds United are interested. But he does say here, this guy, he might be real, who knows? He says Nat Phillips will join Leeds this summer, fee around 9 million, which has changed with add-ons. That's going to take it over 10. Feyenoord made a second offer, but Phillips prefers to stay in England. Feyenoord had offered 5 million plus a sell-on clause. Will it? I don't know. I'm not buying this guy. Yes. Yes, of course. Because why would anyone who's credible use a fake photo? I mean, that is wild, Matthew. If you are real, why would you use a fake photo? Make it make sense. If I say that I work at Sky Sports, I'm not then going to make a fake photo of me working at Sky Sports. That comment to me, please tell me I'm not the only one thinking it, but that is wild. Wild. You're basing your credibility on whether or not you think a photo is real. Yes. Like, of course. Because if you were real and you'd really met Jurgen Klopp, you'd use the real photo. Do you know what I mean? It's mental, that. Like, I'm confused as to why you would question that. Genuinely, bro. I would... Oh, God. It's like me saying I have kids and then using a picture of me with like a load of kids in an Argos catalogue. Do you know what I mean? It's wild. I would just use a picture of my kids. I don't know. We move. Joe, what you on about? I thought I just joined the stream. Oh, it's just mad. It's mad. Yeah, common sense has left the chat. Mental. Right, okay. So let's get into some more of your news, our news, Leeds' news. Yeah. Okay. So Phil's done a mailbag, so we'll get into that in a sec. So in terms of incomings, as I said, we spoke about Nat Phillips. I'm not sure the credibility of the person that's brought the story. Of course, when you see the Anfield transfer thing, you think, oh, it's got blue tickets real. And then when you ask for their source, nah, not for me. It's not looking good. LUFC, My Religion, LFC, sorry, who watches regularly, big up to you. He says, Phillips, what a top signing for the Championship. I mean, he did well at Bournemouth. He got them promoted. He played out in Germany. He did well. He got that team promoted as well. So we moved, don't we? In terms of incomings, there are going to be 2 today. It's not going to be like what you're looking for. But we know now, deal done for Aberdeen's Lewis Pirrie and Hamilton's Josh McDonald. Okay, just on Lewis Pirrie, he is massively well thought of. He was wanted by a host of clubs in the Premier League and stuff. So you know, this kid's no joke. But again, it is just for the under 21s youth side. It's not going to be something that's going to be seen in the first team. He's only 16. He's going to undergo a medical, and we paid 200,000 for him. It's all good by it, but Leeds United want some first team signings. But yeah, Jamie Dixon. I just read that. No, Josh McDonald and Lewis Pirrie will be in the door for Leeds United over the coming hours. 0 income. I've just give you 2 incomings, Ryan. 200 outgoings, automatic promotion. Tick. Yes, let's hope so, bro. It's not looking good at the minute, though. Let's not lie. Right, okay. So I just want to talk about another outgoing. I'm just reading some news story as it comes in, folks, just with the site that I use. So I'm not going to say the name. I refuse to say the name, but a team that plays in Turkey are interested in Junior Firpo. They've tabled a loan bid for Leeds United man Junior Firpo with an option to buy. Now, I know we shouldn't ever really do business with this football club, and I know the outrage from Gianni Alioski going or being linked there in the past, and I think a lot of that was because Gianni Alioski was well thought of. I think at this stage, I just want Junior Firpo to leave. You know, I mean, yeah, apparently they're interested. We'll wait and see. If they table a bid. I want him off the books. I don't really care for the man. We cared for Alioski in a sense, so you know that's why it hurt, and that's why there was a lot of outrage about it, 100%. And I don't think Leeds should ever do business with the football club, but just he needs to go. Hopefully, he goes elsewhere. But yeah, I'd like him to leave ASAP because he's on too much money and he's not very good. Right, we seen obviously one of our reported links in Ryan Manning moving to Southampton, and Gus Hamer, who we're all like salivating at the prospect of bringing in Gus Hamer. I think that's not going to happen, folks, because we seen Fulham were linked. I've had it confirmed, and also I seen by Mike McGrath and John Percy of the Telegraph. They're decent. They're decent. The tier 1, tier 2, I would say. And they're saying that Burnley plan raid on Coventry City player Gus Hamer ahead of the Premier League return. They've brought in their centre-back. They've brought in their goalkeeper, and they're making Gus Hamer their main target. What's frustrating is as well, you can see here that Southampton are eyeing defender Mason Holgate. Bristol City closing on 2 million. Derby midfielder, I think Jason Knight, and we're still not gotten anyone in. But Gyökeres, who was someone we were linked with, he's gone to Sporting, and now Gus Hamer looks set for the Premier League. Someone said to me, and again, it comes back to knowing where Leeds United are now. Yeah, so in that article that I didn't stick too much on, that was the title of it, bro. It was very much Marseille cool interest now coming Turkish club. So I think we'll wait and see. But someone said to me on Twitter, Leeds United are a better project than Burnley. They're not. They're not. And we have to be real. We have to be real for me. We're not, because Burnley have just gone in the Premier League. They've got an exciting manager in Vincent Kompany. They're making exciting transfers in the likes of James Trafford. They're playing a certain style of football. Do you know what I mean? I just don't see how Gus Hamer goes, oh, I'll stay in the Championship when he can move to the Premier League. It's mad. So yeah, go back to this article just to say, so Burnley are coming straight back down, says cock off Jewel. I don't agree, mate. I don't think the jury's still out, but I think Luton and Sheffield United will, then the other one's up for grabs. So Burnley are going to put all their eggs into Gus Hamer. Vincent Kompany has moved for England under 21 keeper James Trafford, Somali Koulibaly from Dortmund, as well as Jordan Bayer and Dara O'Shea, with Hamer also in his sights. So we'll have to wait. And yeah, look, it's not going to happen for us. Southampton want to bolster the defence with Mason Holgate. Again, I think it'd be a good signing for the Championship. Jason Knight is going to Bristol City. Stoke are chasing rising Colchester United right back Junior Chamadu. And none for Leeds United. So there you go. But Gus Hamer, that is, again, it'd be very disappointing. But I've already come round to the idea that he's moving. That he's not coming to Leeds anyway. When I seen Fulham were linked. Ina Daddy Halderson. Do you know what that name reminds me of, bro? Or sounds like? You sound like a World's Strongest Man competitor. They're all Icelandic and Nordic and all that, man. You know, what was that guy called? He ended up trying boxing. Pujanovsky? Does anyone remember him from World's Strongest Man? Was it Pujanovsky? Just for support, mate, marching on together. Thank you, Ina. Was it Pujanovsky or something like that? See, I used to love World's Strongest Man when it used to be on Channel 5. It was sick. I don't know if it still is. Yeah, he was Polish. Pujanowski, Jill. Yeah, Jill Saville. Not Thor, Pujanowski. Mariusz Pujanowski. Sorry, he was Polish, but he was an animal. He was an animal. I met the other guy, the black fella, Mark. I forgot his name. Big guy. He used to do. I think he had the deadlift record. Maybe Mark Hall. No, that's Eddie Hall. Mark something. So, Mark Felix. Jill knows. See, Mark Felix. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know why, but you just remind me of the Icelandic folks. Not Mark Henry. No, I know about Mark Henry, man. Mark Felix. There you go. So Gus Hamer on his way. Thank you so much for your super chat as well, bro. Thank you for that. Okay, so now let's get into this long form piece, because there's going to be a lot of information. Is it Eddie Hall who has deadlift? Mark Felix had some record. Trust me, he did. I'm gonna have to check this. Mark Felix record. Once upon a time, he had something. He is the winner of the 2015 Ultimate Strongman Masters World Championship India, and won numerous grit contests, including the Rolling Thunder. Hercules hold. He has the record for the Hercules hold. Right, okay. The Hercules hold. Is that just where you go like that? And you hold that like a carriage full. Do you remember the Atlas Storms and that? Oof. Atlas Storms, man. Bang. Some of them are really small as well, so it does them a disservice, doesn't it? But yeah, I used to love watching World's Strongest Man. I don't watch it anymore. Is it still on? I think Jill's just mentioned that it is. Al Halil have bid 25.5 million for Fulham striker Alexander Mitrovic. Mitrovic wants to leave the Premier League for Saudi. That's a big loss for them. Of course he does. He wants that bag, man. He wants that bag, doesn't he? They all do now. I'm telling you. They all want that bag, man. I can't blame them, you know what I mean? But we move. Yeah. So if he goes, what does that mean for Fulham? Maybe they'll come for Bamford. Maybe they'll come for that. Yeah, Pirro. What a shout, Luke. Someone else mentioned it earlier as well. You know, no, Mr. Dodo, I don't think it is. The Saudis ain't mucking about. They ain't mucking about. Just on Fulham, I think they're in trouble anyway. They massively outperformed their XG last season, and I think we might see them drop. So yeah, Damar says, I want that Saudi money. How do I get that move? I'm with you, bro. I need it as well. Yeah, listen, I might set up an Al Halil channel. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Inshallah, Inshallah, Al Halil will win the title with Mitrovic. Inshallah, that's what I'll be saying, man, and I'll be there. Yeah, man. Let's do it. I'll be getting that Saudi money. I'll move out there, man. I'll move out there to Saudi and support Al Halil. I might even buy myself an Al Halil shirt. Get out there. Yeah, man. Do it. Let's do it. Fulham will struggle without Dan James. Exactly, mate. He's top scorer. He's going to be top scorer. Just Joe Al Halil show. Exactly, Nathan. Exactly. Let's move. All Saudi are we? All Saudi are we? Right. Let's go to this long form piece from Phil here. There's always some nice stuff in there. It's the mailbag. I feel like I should have a jingle for that. I mean, it's not my mailbag, but it's mailbag time.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so let's switch on over. Big up to Phil, big up to the Athletic, and here we go. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's pick some of the questions out and go from there. Joe, are you doing a watch along? I will be doing. Yes, I will. Can we get current status of the EFL and the ratification or the 49ers takeover? Of course, we're waiting on that. So Phil says, okay, this is a condensed version. The problem when it comes to providing clarity is that the EFL never comments on club takeover. So even if you ask them, he said this yesterday as well on the Square Ball podcast that he does. Make sure you check them out. It never gives firm indications of timescales. And in certain situations like this one, clubs themselves are in the dark about exactly when approval will arrive. I think for me, the frustrating thing is we've already had the bloody approval from the Premier League and they're adjoining or aligning with the Premier League. So what we're waiting for. So even now, Leeds do not have a definite indication of a date. So how long is a piece of string, basically? There you go. So that's that. They're gonna. This is about how long it's taken elsewhere. How much of a threat did the EFL pose to us? Without going to tinfoil hat, we announced Daniel Farke before the 49ers were cleared. Yeah, this whole thing about us not being able to sign anyone is PS. It's BS. Because we've got a manager, we've got coaches, we've got Nick Hammond, we're speaking to sporting directors, all this sort of stuff. So we were able to bring them in. So come on. The ideal scenario for 49ers was that the takeover was approved before it had to make any major strategic decisions. Unfortunately, that is not the case. And Andrea, he's still technically chairman, and the 49ers Enterprises does not have authority as outright owner, so therefore we need to go to him, right? That won't come until the takeover goes through. In practice, though, Rad Razani is off running Sampdoria, and Maraf and others in the 49ers group are effectively in charge. They handled the interview process. While Radrazani's approval is officially needed, all sides, except the formalities, are the only thing holding up the sale of the club. Listen, it's a case of having to go to Radrazani cap in hand and saying, please, sir, can I have some more Oliver Twist tackle? That's basically what we're doing. Because, like he says, what Farke's appointment demonstrates is that Leeds are able to make major calls even while the buyout is pending. Likewise, the outgoing transfers of Llorente, Aronson, Koch, exactly, with more to come, which we know today. We've seen Rodrigo. We've seen Rodrigo. We've seen Rasmus. Do you know what I mean? And they brought in Nick Hammond to help make that happen. Okay, he's been involved in the incomings and outgoings. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not believing this rhetoric anymore that goes, well, it's because of EFL, because it's not, is it? You know. Is there any chance you could write a piece about the investment fund? I'm not really too fussed about it. We know about the people. He's done pieces on it before. For the outgoing loans of Aronson, Koch, Llorente, are all their wages being covered and what are the values? This is nice. Right, okay. Aronson and Koch, their wages are being covered in full. by the clubs who have signed them. That's nice. I believe that's true of Llorente too. Cox switch to Eintracht Frankfurt involved a 6-figure loan fee, maybe $500,000 or something like that. I'd expect Mark Rocker to Real Betis. Another move that is on the cards would involve full salary recovery. So on to relegation release clauses. These are fairly standard at high level, of course. The clauses differ from player to player, of course. We know why do they exist? That's fine. Yeah, we know about Calvin, etc. In other cases, clauses might allow for a loan move elsewhere, which is what the situation we're in, right? With Koch and others, right? The downside is with someone like Koch is that it reduces the prospect of recouping a transfer fee because he's allowed to leave on loan, and then also his contract's out, so he leaves for free, right? Yeah, there we go. Would love to get an insight as to how you verify the players that the club is keen on. Do you close to the club? Okay. So this is when we were linked to Manning, when we were linked to Phillips, when we were linked to Taylor, etc. Information about transfer come from a variety of people, clubs, agents, former players, other journalists, and sometimes supporters who pick up stories. Over time, you establish relationship with people who tip you off about what they know. Sometimes the club will steer you on whether your information is accurate. Sometimes it's advantageous for them if the information is out there. So in other times, they might go, here, Phil, leak that. In other times, he'll go to the club and say, I've been told this. And they'll go, okay, yeah, that's true. Or they'll go, no, that's way wide of the mark. You know. Even I'd gone to Phil with that Bielsa stuff, and he said he'd not heard anything, and then obviously got it corroborated, etc. So people hear stuff. It is what it is. Sometimes I do because, and I'm not professing to be. I'm not saying that, but some people will say, "Oh, Joe, I heard this because of X, Y, Z." It's never first hand. It never comes from a player or an agent like Phil does, but sometimes it comes second hand. That's how it is. But Phil's been in the game for a long time, so he'll know who to trust, who not to trust, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so back to the article. Yeah, we know clubs prefer not to do, and we know that with the 49ers, it's clear they definitely don't want to do. It will be good to get an update on where we stand with financial fair play. Surely there shouldn't be any problems. Let's have a look. So into the FFP. In the Championship, Leeds are governed by the EFL's profit and sustainability. Over a 3-year... I can't even be chewed. I would hope we're not in any problems. We're not in any problems, FFP, all right? Leeds will have to work to stay on the right side of profit and sustainability. And as the rules make clear, there is a limit to what 14 enterprises can inject while complying with the regulations. Obviously, a club can choose to breach, but that brings the risk of punishment further down the line. Listen, Bournemouth did it. Bournemouth did it before. And then when they were in the Premier League, got a fine, and it was a pittance. Loaning out Koch, Aronson and Llorente and others helps Leeds United by freeing the club of their salaries. Any incoming transfer fees would improve their position further. And for 3 years after relegation, Leeds have the benefit of parachute payments too, supporting a large wage bill. So financially, they should be able to be competitive in the Championship. There we are, right? No issues with FFP for at least 3 years, okay? My Athletic subscription is due for renewal next month. Can you confirm it'll be you staying with the Athletic covering Leeds? Because we've seen Phil dart off a little bit, and they have changed. They've cut a lot of their podcasts, etc. Leeds coverage is unaffected. Yeah, there you go. Phil, you're surprised Seville, Victor Orta? No, Orta's liked at Sevilla. If we're having a hair transplant, there we go, hair transplant tackle. So there it is. So not massive amounts in there. More a case of Leeds United are not under risk of profit and sustainability due to us coming out of the Premier League, getting wages off the wage bill. We're allowed to inject, but not as much as probably the 49ers would like. What else do we talk? Yeah. Loads to go through. Rodrigo's left. Rasmus has left. Hamer's going elsewhere. Leeds United may sign Nat Phillips, but the source isn't great. We've still not got anyone. And, of course, Leeds United have hardly took anybody on their pre-season tour. This is what it looks like currently. Now, I'll just quickly show you this. Okay, so Klaassen, Van der Heuvel are there. Ailing Drama, Montiero, Cooper, Strout, Vorber, Furpo. We know that Hjelde is there as well. Greenwood, Shackleton, Perkins, Gelhart, Sinisteri, James, Joseph, Bamford, Rutter. If you've seen the pictures of Sinisteri, he looks fat, man. He looks fat. I can't lie to you. So with that, let's have a look at. I forget the 11 we did the other day, but in goal you're probably looking at Klaassen for me. Or it might be Donny van der Heuvel. Alan Russell says, good luck, Joe. Always watching, keep moving. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you so much for your continued support to everybody that's helping. Everyone knows what I'm doing in terms of trying to make this a full-time job. So any support would be amazing. And thank you very much. No, bro. None. Which I don't understand, Jamie. Archie is there, is he? Right, okay. Has that been confirmed? So Archie's there. He's not on any of your pictures, though. Not that I've seen. Now, I know Darko's not there, because I've seen that on Twitter. Darko isn't there, I don't think. Jamie says, I've seen Gray get on that. So, did he get on that video? Maybe he did. But, I'm thinking, Drama right back, Ailing right centre-back, Cooper left centre-back, maybe Strout left back. I don't think that. Oh no, Volber's in there as well, so maybe Volbe. I'm not too sure. Midfield. I mean, it's bleak, innit? Let's be honest. It's bleak. Greenwood alongside Shackleton, James, Gelhart, Perkins. Oh, I don't know, but Rutter. It's rubbish, innit? It's rubbish. Players not seen. Hjelde is there. Creswell isn't. Costa hasn't gone, which means Costa's not staying around, right? So Costa hasn't gone. Rodrigo hasn't. Nonto, Somerville, Mellier. Christensen hasn't gone. Dallas hasn't gone. Rocker's not gone. JB, Gray, Paveda, Bate, and Jenkins. So people are saying Gray has gone. JB hasn't. I don't know why. I hope we're not loaning JB out. Yes, there is a watch along later on, Roy. Paveda, I'm glad because he needs to go. Bate will be loaned out again, as will Jenkins, and the rest are all leaving, aren't they, bar a few. Man United have made a 26-man squad. Mount, Varane, Martinez, Wan-Biscuits, Tom Heaton, and a lot of youngsters. Yeah, so that's where we're at with regards to that. Now, there was a picture doing the rounds, wasn't there? No, Harrison. Harrison hasn't gone. Harrison's angling for a move elsewhere. We're sorted. So there was a picture doing the rounds. I'm just going to get it up. Just bear with us 1 minute. Let me get the picture up. So this was a picture doing the rounds yesterday. Because, like I say, Harrison is injured, is he? Is he? Or is he just wanting to move and saying he's injured? One of them ones. Right, okay, let me zoom in on this image. So, as we can see here, we definitely have Greenwood. We've got Rutter, Cooper, Greenwood, Joe Gelhart, Bamford. So, Bamford's there. Dan James, Luke Ayling, Cini. See what I mean about Cini? Man's got tits. Strauch, Vorber. I'm not sure who this is. This is Drama. I mean, maybe this is Gray and Co over this side that we can't quite see. All the best going forward. Just Joe. Big up to you, Mr. P. Thank you very much for your super chat. I swear you are giving super thanks to KG all the time. I just remember me. Thank you, Mr. P, for the super thanks on the last video. I swear. Is that the Mr. P? The famous Mr. P? Big up KG, by the way. Yeah, so there's more green than there's blue. There's more Celtic than there is Rangers, right? This is where we're at. There's more Celtic than there is Rangers, and I agree with Jamie. There is an issue here. Like we have to have worries there. Right, as one says, I don't subscribe out of spite. I mean, that's just silly, isn't it? And also a waste of a comment, and also a waste of time, to be honest. So what I'm gonna do is just remove you from the channel, so you can no longer comment. So I'm doing you a favor and doing me a favor, really, bro. So there you go. You have now gone. So there you go, bro. Enjoy. Now you've gone now, bro. It's too late. I can't be asked for that fuckery. You know what I mean? It's also shit crack. So enjoy the rest of your day. And as will I. Yes, FPL Money League is FPL Money League. FPL Mini League is now up. So please do. The link's in the description. It's the same as last year. So if you want to do, please do that. It is what it is. I can't be arsed with it. So yeah, please do subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit the notification bell, all that jazz. And I'll be live at about 3:15, looking ahead to the game. Okay. And obviously we kick off at 4. We'll have a couple of hours to enjoy that. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks as always for watching. Just checking the time now. Let me just check the time. 12 o'clock. Yeah, I'm gonna chill until the game. Have some dinner, take the dogs out, etc. Bring back what Writers won or we're out. Was he joking? Was he joking? I've unhid him. Writers won, you back. Okay, you're back. Sorry, it's just sometimes, you know, I'm highly strung. I'm emotional. You're back. Okay. No, don't. LUFC lost. Don't delete messages like that. Mr. Dodo's sound. He's one of my guys. Let's do that. KG Live at 12:50. There we go. Well, there you go then. Perfect. No worries. He's back. You're back, brother. You're back. Okay. Big up to KG. Make sure you check him out. Make sure you check up all the content creators out. We've been live for an hour and 10 minutes, but there was loads of news. Yeah, look, here we go. Are you ready? Guess who's back again. White's out one. He's back again. Guess who's back again. Right. House one's back. Tell a friend. There you go. No writing in the chat. Right, okay. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course hit that notification bell. And I will see you a little bit later on for our first pre-season game of the season against the old enemy in Manchester United. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. And listen, thank you all for the super chats and support and all that sort of stuff. And hopefully I'll see you all later. Let's you know, the first preseason game last year we had like 2,000. Let's see if we can hit them numbers again. It'd be amazing. Maybe not everyone's at work and all that sort of stuff, but maybe they'll stick me on. I don't know. If you're going to work, just stick me on your phone, something like that. And I'll see you in a bit, folks.